Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nirman. I'm actually going to be doing a commentary over some Battlefield 3 today. I figured this would be a great opportunity to increase your guys' archives a little bit more on the Battlefield side. I figure this will be a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. I know a lot of you guys are Battlefield guys, enthusiasts, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, I guess we'll begin, and I'll be breaking down a couple of my main just opinions about Operation Metro in particular. Then we'll pursue onward into different and selected topics that I come up with as we go. So with that in mind, guys, as you guys know, Operation Metro is a pretty, old map. It's a vanilla map. It was made when the game first came out. We all played it back in the beta, which has been like a year and a half ago. So, it's been a long time. Metro is definitely a fantastic map. It does have its moments where, you wish it could be a little bit better. You wish that the overall actions of the players would take it upon themselves to make it more of a combat zone. But I cannot speak for PC because I'm not a PC elitist. I couldn't even begin to even explain how bad I am at PC. With that in mind, I don't imagine the problems or the concerns I have in this particular commentary will exactly result or come upon the PC crowd. Now, at the same expense, you guys do have this problem as well, but it's not on the hugest grand scale as a console side. As you guys know, PC has 32v32 while console has 12v12. This is pretty much everyone knows that. It's nothing new, it's nothing exponential if you're a Battlefield player. If not, those numbers are a little bit condescending and they can kind of be like, oh, well, that sucks for the console guys, because the equipment on the Xbox and the PS3 is just so old that it makes sense. At the same expense, the maps are on such a large scale that you have to, decrease certain motives or certain player counts for the selected consoles due to, again, equipment or hardware. So with that in mind, guys, Metro, again, has been around for a long time. There's not really a whole lot of tips I can tell you because everything has been rehashed, done, and hopefully you guys would understand how to play the game. If you're new into the game, I'm sure you can find people that are far better explaining things, but I know for myself, and the people I play with the most, which are sometimes subscribers, but at the same expense, there are people that I have met through the game that are strong players. They have high kill-death ratios, they know how to play the game, and they focus mainly on the W, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong, kills are great, but at the same expense, when it comes down to it, you're trying to win the game because that's where a large majority of your points and your pursuit of points will begin to escalate. With that meaning, if you lose at the very beginning, you only acquired X amount of your points when if you would have finished the entire round, you know what I mean, you would have had 4 times the amount of points because you played 4 times the length of the game. Which, long story short, that's pretty obvious. I mean, I don't think I need to go into elaborate conversation or contradict anything in that statement. But, let's say the least, guys, Operation Metro, I do like the map. If I had to rate it on a scale 1 to 10, I would probably give it like a 6. I don't like it because of selected reasons. If I was on PC, maybe my reasoning or my problems wouldn't be as, wouldn't be as big of a deal because you guys have more players, which that makes a lot of difference when it comes down to it. When you're really breaking the game down and deciding whether or not the game is for you, player count really does make a difference, and when it comes down to it, again, that's just kind of where I stand. I think it would be awesome to play on PC, but at the same expense, I just don't have the opportunity, and I really don't want to spend money and get ass raped by people that have obviously played a year, have obviously played more time, they're more fluent in the keyboard and mouse forte and stuff like that. So with that in mind, I mean, I'm not saying in any means necessary that I could do better, or at the same meaning, I could not say something like my PC is not able to handle the game, okay? I can promise you, I could jump into the game and run high frames per second, never drop below an X amount. I mean, my PC is pretty much built. I have a lot of equipment coming in today, well, tomorrow, more or less. I got a few things today, but nothing I can work with right now. Then when it really comes down to it, next week is really when I'm going to start posting a lot more of the playthrough things, is because there's a couple of complications that it came into meaning when I told you guys about the Audio-Technica AT2020 microphone. There's a few pieces that I don't have yet. I'm still waiting on the 48 volt Phantom power supply to come in, which that'll be fun, but when it comes down to it, that's just kind of where I stand. I can't really give any direct conversation, or I can't redirect any of my concerns towards one centralized crowd. I can talk about what I play on, which is the Xbox 360, which I imagine is the similar, flip side of the PlayStation 3. I'm sure both of them have their pros, cons, and we all know them by now. But when it comes really to, I guess, the overall facts, I just play an Xbox. For right now, at least, when Battlefield 4 DayZ comes out, I'm completely converting to PC. Obviously, I'll be playing the Call of Duty side on the Xbox because PC, I've heard, is really bad for Call of Duty. No offense, I'm just saying I've heard that there's a lot of hacks and God mode and flying around the map and shit, and I'm going to try to stray away from that as much as I possibly can, but, that's just where I stand. Anyway, I was talking about Operation Metro and the main gist of it, and I wanted to make sure I emphasize on this and my main reasoning to why I gave Operation Metro such a low score. And this video is definitely not in any means necessary a fact video. It's more of an opinion, obviously. If you like Metro, and I have a lot of friends that really like Metro for, a variety of reasons, that's great. That's awesome. I mean, I can say from my personal experience, I wish I could like the map, but when it comes down to it, this one thing pisses me off more than anything, and it pisses me off in more ways than one, because it ruins a lot of the other maps besides Metro. But at the same expense, I've already complained about it more than once, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know where I'm going to be going from here on. So with that in mind, guys, snipers. Now, I know you guys are not going to take this the most positive way. If you are a sniper, just listen to what I have to say. Calm down, settle down, get all that, energy and all that just kind of off of you for a second. I'm not going to talk horribly bad about snipers, but at the same expense, I'm not going to try to protect you guys because my stance is very strict when it comes to that. But I do understand the overall opinion why you would snipe. It's a lot of fun, needless to say the least. I started sniping in Metro last night. I think I was third on the team, and that's pretty good. I mean, I don't snipe ever. I have one gun that has 5 stars on it. I don't like sniping. I think it's fun for a little while, but then it becomes like, man, am I really helping my team? Am I a liability? And when I look at snipers, I look at them as liabilities because you have to babysit them, more or less. Take it for what it is or leave it. But your equipment in the sniper kit is so useless. It is absolutely like garbage. The MAV people use to make it so they don't get knifed, so I guess if we're talking about tickets, that helps you, doesn't help the team. And then when you fly the MAV around, you're not spotting, you're not doing any of that stuff from what I've seen from normal players. And people just try to run people over with it. It's like, well, okay, you're completely using the equipment wrong. You should be banned from the server for doing that because I find it to be a cheap tactic. That's like me pulling out the M320 and just tubing you. Just having my good friend put down some ammo packs and just tubing your guys' spawn. Probably wouldn't like that, would you? That's how I look at the map because you can fly it into some parts of their spawn, not always. It's more dependent on different things, but since the MAV is an air vehicle, it kind of escalates into that different perspective. Now, with that said, I'm not saying that, oh man, if you use the MAV to run people over with, you're a bad player. Not exactly. I'm looking at it more in a perspective of like, it's a cheap tactic. I guess I could pull out M320 and noob tube you all day long, and I guess that would be more of the equivalency. The tugs is a semi-good equipment, not really an attachment, which it comes down to is I don't really like it because sometimes it doesn't seem to work. Maybe it's because it's floor-based, I don't know. I can definitely say that I'm not a sniper elitist. I couldn't hit shit if I tried. I mean, I don't snipe that often, that's why. But it was weird. Last night I was just on par. I mean, I was hitting headshots across the map, judging bullet drop, all that good stuff. It was a lot of fun. But I would definitely never become a sniper. I like playing the game the way I perceive it to be intended to be played. I like to, get points. I like to get points for absolutely no reason considering I'm max level. But I like to level up my kits. I like to level my guns up. I want to show up on top of the leaderboard 99% of the time. I show up top 3 places every time I play most of the time. If I start the game at the beginning, I'm going to be on the top of the leaderboards because I know how to play. Now, granted, maybe that's not your interest. Maybe you're going for long-range headshots. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. But, that's just my perception. Now, when it comes down to it, is the sniper kit useful in Battlefield 3? It could be useful. I don't think people use it the right way, though. Especially in Operation Metro, when you guys have the beginning, you guys can hide in the rocks and stuff. That's when I think that the sniper kit needs to have a little bit of an adjustment, like the mortar, for example. Remember when you guys know that the mortar could be dropped in the unreachable part of the attacking deployment? Well, maybe snipers can't put down their bipods, or maybe they can't, I don't know, well, bipods, I guess. I mean, you can't say, like, oh, you guys can't be back there because that's your spawn. But I think if you're going to bipod down, or I think if you're going to use your sniper to sit in your spawn, because you obviously know you're not playing the objective, please tell me that everyone knows that. I mean, if you're going to sit on the attacking team on Operation Metro hiding in a bush, you know you're not helping the team. I mean, come on. Don't try to argue it with me. Let's be honest here. You're going blatantly into the game knowing that you don't want to help the team. You want to, get headshots, that cool stuff, and that's fine. Getting kills is a way to level up. I don't have a problem with you leveling up. I just have a problem when people are like, hey, I'm going to go sit in the back of the spawn, and get 1 kill every 5 minutes. I don't like that. But you did pay $60 for the game. You have more than any right to play it how you so wish, but at the same expense, since you are playing on console, if that is a given choice, you're kind of ruining the experience for everyone else. Because on a normal average, you'll have 12 players. Of those 12 players, I imagine, or from what I've seen, 6 of them will snipe. That means you have 6 players to take on 12 people. That's a pretty hard odd. I don't care how good you are. I mean, that's pretty tough. I mean, I've went in there and, done my work. I've gotten a couple of quad sprays coming up from behind people, but I've never faced 4 people head on and been like, oh yeah, I can win this. And that's how I imagine the offensive team, the people that are really trying to play and level the game up and actually have an experience, are feeling. And I don't know, guys. I mean, this commentary is a little bit more ranted towards snipers, but at the same expense, I'm keeping a perception. I'm keeping my overall morals correct, but in the same aspect, I'm bringing in different opinions. I'm bringing in opinions that maybe that's how snipers would think. I don't know, but when it comes down to the bread and butter of it, the equipment on the sniper kit is so useless. When Bad Company 2 came out, you had the motion balls, which were awesome. Everyone loved people that were snipers. They were like, dude, throw down those motion balls. They help our team. They're like mini UAVs, which I guess is what the MAV is, but people don't use it the right way, which, that's a long story that I can't even begin to explain how aggravating that thing is. But the sniper kit just doesn't have anything worth, using. The crossbow kind of added that in there, but you have to be premium to have that. But in the same expense, what are you going to do? Are you going to shoot down a helicopter? I mean, you could do that, yeah, whatever. But you're not going to blow up a tank. A Jeep you're going to disable, maybe. I don't even know that. I mean, you got the motion sensor bolt, which only flashes once. I mean, you have the standard bolt, which that's good for close range, but you also have the long range bolt, which is what your sniper rifle's for. The sniper kit just doesn't have as many arsenals or as many advantages as it once did. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know this commentary was a lot more ranty than I wanted it to be, but I really wanted to express my general opinion about the sniper kit. If you guys are a sniper, I'm not bashing you exactly. I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying your kit is not as useful as any other kit in the game, and I think everyone knows that by now. You've had big YouTubers talk about it, and they've ranted about it as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next installment, and this is NMO, signing off. Peace.